on the book of face. Yeah, I know where to go. There's a man over there into the music scene, showing lots of love for the community. With great advice, I know who I should go see. So all around town radio show is where I go for the latest band info. So all around town radio show for the music that comforts my soul. It's the All Around Town Radio Show. The All Around Town Radio.
Hey, good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to the program today. Hope you're all doing well out there. Welcome to the All Around Town Radio Studios on a Monday. It's Monday. Let's listen to Sweet Sister Mercy for a minute.
It's the Weekend Review. It's a Bible coming for you. Speaking with the fans, sometimes they don't show well. Whatever, man. We're coming, who's playing out off the open jam with the Who's Who of Talent. Come Friday night, ready to raise some hell.
All right, let's get to it today. Let's see who's checking in on the YouTube channel. Glenn, first up. The Wanderers in the house. Rob Paisley joining us as well on the tube of you. How you doing, Rob? Good to see you. Man, my comments are coming in slow here. Angela, what's going on? How are you? Good to see you over the weekend. We'll talk about that here in a minute. Douglas Hunt watching on YouTube, but it says you're on Facebook. How does that work? How's that work? It does. Hey, Ditch, what's going on, buddy? Bob Klein. Bob, I'm going to message you later. I want to ask you about a venue that some crap's going viral today about up your way. Yeah. Let's see what's going on about that. Stephanie Sutherland in the house. We're going to talk about her. And Melissa has joined us as well. Hi, Melissa. We found Melissa today, ladies and gentlemen, and I'm going to talk about them here in just a few minutes as well. Oh, what a weekend. What a big weekend. Dave Worthington, my corn dog king at the Lions Club Festival over the weekend in Bellbrook. Yes, he was slinging the corn dogs as fast as he could make them. And funnel cakes and anything else they were spitting out of that booth. What a crowd, man. What a great weekend, too, for that kind of festival. I missed that festival. I haven't been there in years. Used to go every year. I did, from being a kid on up. All right, Doug's streaming it on the TV. All right, there we go. So you're dual watching. Yes. I was wondering that. I thought you played there, Bob. Maybe not. I don't know. But yeah, we'll chat off line about that. I don't want to get too deep into it till I know it's true or not. Dewey, what's going on? I had a good weekend. Hope you did as well. Sean Cooper, man. Good afternoon. It was good to see you earlier today. It was, for sure. Dan is in the house. Howdy, Dan. How are you? Good to see you. Danielle is with us as well. Look at all these people popping up. Dirk Turner, if you're out there, say hi, guys, on a Monday. We'd love to hear from you. Kyla has joined the party. She said it was fun in Bellbrook. It was. And Jimmy Kilroy. And then our friends from Thing 1, Thing 2 have joined us as well. So thank you for being here, guys. Hey, let's get started. This is Monday. Are you ready for this? August the 26th, folks. August is almost over. We're heading for Labor Day weekend next weekend. And you are backstage here at the All Around Town Radio Studios, your number one source for live local music news, bands, venues, and more. And your home for everything music. It is. Don't forget to share our shows if you can. We're trying, we're striving, we're reaching, we're doing everything we can to get to 10,000 faithful followers on here. Now, when I say that, We have never bought a follower in our life, nor will we. I'm not going to subscribe to those places. Say, "Oh, get you 10,000 followers tomorrow." Yeah, I got to have 90,000 next week. But I don't care, and they don't care because they're in some other country, and they get paid a penny to follow your page. That's sad, is what that is. But yeah, so we're looking for organic likes and follows, and we're about 9,000 now. We're almost there. We're like 20 shy of 9,000, and we'd like to get to 10. We would. So if you can help us, if you've got a band page or a your own personal page, and you'd be so kind as to recommend us to your friends or post our page link and say, "Go follow this page," we'd love you for it. We would. All right, let's get on something here. I want to tell you what kind of views we had on Thursday's show. The Who's Playing Out show on Thursday. One of the best in the last 6 months. We had 16.5 thousand plays on it. That's pretty darn good. And that's all because you guys hit that share button. That's what it's about. So 16,000 plays of people looking for somewhere to go, hopefully, for the weekend and see live music. Can't beat that. You can't. Hey, if you're out there, say hi. I'd love to hear from you today. Let's see who's trying to see who's checking in here. I'm not getting anything on the Facebook page on the iPad as to who's popping on and popping off. So let me go back into that. We'll see what we can do here. So tell me what's going on your Monday, and I'll tell you what's going on mine and what went on my weekend. If you don't care, we'd love to hear from. There it is. Now I'm getting all of them. There it is. Let's see who else is chatting. My good buddy Ed Sawicki in the house says he'll be quiet today. You're driving. Yeah, no texting and driving. Thank you, Ed. Be careful out there. Even if you're not texting and driving, you got to be careful on the roads today. A lot of distracted drivers out there. There are. And thanks for being here, Ed. The photographer of the stars, as I like to call him. The rock stars, that is. And Dewey'd like to hear from someone who went to Iggy Fest this weekend. I did. Somebody did post on the page. They went to Iggy Fest. Brian Boggs did, and he said it was awesome. Said he had a great time. So, yeah. Bob says, "You mean tell me it's your page for 40,000 likes and 5 people interact?" Yeah, that's called buying them. I know some musicians that have 100,000 followers and they're local. It's like, nah. Sorry, you're lying. You're buying. You're buying. You're lying and buying is what you're doing on those. And Steve Short in the house. It has been a while. How you doing, my friend? Good to see you. Stephanie. Yes, and it was great to see Karen there as well, Stephanie. She is so sweet and just an absolute beautiful young lady. You've raised a wonderful young lady there. And she's into watching you guys sing and play. She's in awe of it. And she likes to watch Kenny cry. We joked about that a little bit. Steve Stein, how are you? Jim McCarthy. I had a fun-filled weekend. I'm going to tell you about it in just a minute. Bill is here. Bill had a wonderful weekend. Yeah, they posted it this week, Bill. They did. If you didn't see it, they still post our list. And, can I get on a soapbox for a minute? I don't want to be bitchy, but when I see musicians post on their page who's playing out tonight, because I got a night off, yet they submit to us and know we have a list. How about just sharing the list with everybody? Or you look at that list and go see that. I mean, who's playing out tonight? I don't have any idea. Really? Really? Come on. Jim Kilroy saw Jordan Wood, the Gamut at Trillions, and Kevin Cooper with Chelsea Calloway and Jason. Is it Jason Birdwell? Yeah, I think so. It Diggs. How was that? I would have loved to have been there. I had a very busy weekend. I did. And really had not necessarily planned to even be able to talk to you today about a lot of live local music because I was just going to have Thursday night. And I kind of fell into a couple nights of music that were a lot of fun. And Dave says, regarding festival food, the motto was, if it's not fried, it's not fit to eat. Wow. Frying Oreos, film at 11. I'd like to see that. They fry everything at a fair or festival. I've had a fried Twinkie before. I have. It's good. Dell, how are you, my friend? And Jimmy Kilroy said Sunday was awesome. Good to hear. And it digs, too. That's awesome. Hi, Leah. How are you? Thank you for being here. The Sugar Rock Gang in the house. All right. Don't forget, you can follow us on our socials. And guys, thanks so much for that 16,500 plays last week on Thursday's show. That is fantastic. And don't forget our weekly programming that goes on every Tuesday with Hot Topic Tuesday with Karis, my co-host with the most. She's the better looking one of the two. And the one with the foul mouth. Yes, I'll say that out loud. I will, because she does. She takes it to an all new level some days. And we didn't get kicked off for our last show, so we're good. Thank goodness yet. But, 2 years from now, the computer will catch it and gig us. It's how it works on the Book of Face. And, so that's Tuesday. Wednesday with the band, and Thursday, who's playing out. That goes on every week. And, of course, Monday, it's our weekend update, and that's what we're here for today. And if you didn't get it posted on our page where we called for it, drop it in the comments. We'd love to hear from you. I'm going to drop back to Wednesday real quick, where I kicked off my week at Heather's on the Patio of Music, that is. I do Q&A trivia on Tuesdays at Mr. Burroughs. Heather's, 35 teams and over 200 people, man. Still going strong. Week 22 of our summer residency there. Next week, this coming week, is going to be a big one. Might even do some songs leading into Labor Day. Think about those. She could work hard for the money or something like that. You never know what might come your way at Name That Tune. And thank you to Heather and her staff for a wonderful thing. This is the time of year all Heather's staff goes back to school. They're college students. So they have to, they're spread a little thin sometimes, and they have to work really hard, and they do. So thank you, and thank you to our faithful that show up every week, including Kara, who just popped on here. It's great to see you. And always on Wednesdays as well. And the Wanderers said Friday was a busy night with John Waite, Styx, and Foreigner. There we go. Yeah. And I didn't get a chance to come hang out with John Waite. John's going to come back on the show soon, though. I did speak with him not too long ago. And John's got some things he wants to talk about. And if you haven't seen John Waite with us, he was one of my favorite interviews of all time. Truly a great interviewer and a great interviewee. He's a wonderful guy. And we didn't get a chance to come down and see him this year down there. But if he gets our way, we'll definitely do that for sure. All right, let me start with our Thursday, and let's get into who we saw play over the weekend. And again, if you didn't post it on our page, drop in the comments. We'll give them a shout out. Please tag the venue as well, because it's important that the venues get recognition as much as the musicians, because without the venues, we'd all be listening to people play in a field somewhere. We would. Maybe not. So Thursday night, Heather's on the Patio, Finding Melissa. Now, I've talked a lot about this band before in the past, but I'm going to say absolutely one of my favorites. Now, when people ask me, who would you recommend? There are bands I recommend. You got to tell me when you ask me, who do you recommend band-wise to play certain events or things? First of all, I always come back with, what type of event is it? Is it a party? Is it a fundraiser? Is it this, that, or the other? Finding Melissa is a band that I call musical zen, because you can sit, relax. If you need to have a conversation with somebody, you can, but you get laser focused on their ability to sing and their ability to play. Now, Finding Melissa is also not a party band. I'm going to say that right up front. If you're looking for a party band, they are not the ones you want to come play your party. But if you're looking for great music for a corporate event, or your nightclub or bar or restaurant on a night where it's chill and laid back, this is your band. 3-piece, and Melissa, and I think she likes to be called Missy. I don't know. But, and Stephanie, their vocal harmonies, why they're not sisters, they're sisters from another mister. I'm telling you, their harmonies are sibling harmonies. They are, or family harmonies. I can go back in time and think, that first time I heard them sing together, I thought the Judds. And it's not all country either, folks, but just pristine harmonies. Really good arrangements of songs. Kenny playing the guitar. He's backing these two ladies up, and he does. We joke about it, but he gets misty-eyed a lot at some of the vocal talent there in front of him. and he just kills it. Absolutely kills it. Let me say hi to a couple of people. Doug Drew from DV8 in the house, and Dreamboat Annie. Thank you for being with us. Hi, Cody. What's going on, man? Thanks for being here. So, Finding Melissa. From the first time you hear them sing, you will be hooked. They're that good of a band. They're a wonderful trio. And go back in time and think of trios, Peter, Paul, and Mary, and people like that who, people like trios. They do. And this is a trio that is a must see. Put it on your bucket list, whatever. They are a fit. If you're into a chill, laid back, listen to perfect music evening, they are wonderful people to go see. So let me give you an idea and a rundown of some of the songs they do. And what I posted earlier on the page, I really meant. The arrangements they do of certain songs are spectacular, like nothing I've ever heard. I got to say that. I know you guys think I pump their tires up a lot on here, and I do. There's a reason for it, because they're that good. And, things like Working for the Weekend, Million Reasons. Let's see, I'm looking down a set list here. Chasing Cars, How You Remind Me, Mama's Broken Heart, Miranda Lambert tune there. She Will Be Loved, Wasted Years, You May Be Right, I Was Made for Loving You, which the Kiss tune. Holy crap. It was amazing. The arrangement, Zombie, No One Like You, Never Say Goodbye is in their repertoire. And then also some other tunes that I'm looking at here on their set list. Heads Carolina, Crazy Train, which is an amazing arrangement that they put together for that one. This one's for the girls, Royals, Bad Case of Loving You, Barracuda, Creep, Alone Again, Don't Stop Believin', just great stuff. Black Velvet in there, You're No Good, Taking You Back in Time. Just amazing tunes. Broken Halos. I mean, they're all over the place. So really fun stuff with Finding Melissa. And they were on the patio at Heather's. There's not a whole lot better than listening to great music out in the open on a beautiful night. Had a chance to sit with Heather and her fiance Jerry, who's a good friend, and we had a great night sitting there listening to Finding Melissa. And the people that follow Finding Melissa, they're nice folks. And we saw Steve Stein in the house there. He was there supporting. Brandon Harvey popped in from Party Punch, supporting as well, and a host of other folks that were there to see the band, not just show up on a beautiful night on the patio at Heather's. So. Shout out. If you haven't followed Finding Melissa yet, please do. Please do follow them. Let me get to some comments. We'll get to our next night here. Mark Feldman, how are you? My day off. Played Harrison VFW Cabana on Sunday. Wow, look at that. You even threw the menu in. Don't make me hungry right now. Smoked meatloaf with green beans and ham. It was pretty good. Smoked meatloaf. How about that? Meatloaf. Did they sing Bat Out of Hell when they served it to you? That's what I want to know. All right. Cody said he played with Rise to Rain Friday at the Broken Barrel. Yeah. What happened to Mr. Jason Roy sending me his gigs? He used to send them to me every week. I haven't heard from him in the last few weeks. Rise to Rain. I don't know. What's up, Patricia? My sister from another mister? What's going on? She saw a bunch of great bands, she said, this weekend. If you saw them, drop them in the comments. But I do want to mention, hold on, there's Patricia right now dropping them in the comments. Soul Pocket, Linus Tate, and Willie Phoenix. How was Willie Phoenix? I heard that was a show. Anybody see that show at the Bell and the Bear? That was a debut for them at the Bell. I heard it was going to be off the hook. I just can't get everywhere. Now, for Friday and Saturday, let me put my little disclaimer out, because I know I offended some of my friends. And I do that sometimes by not showing up at their shows. I had a class reunion this weekend. I won't mention how many years it was, but we graduated 45 years ago. That tells you how old I am. So the class reunion that went on was in Bellbrook. there was the Lions Club annual carnival. I used to call it. It's called a Summerfest now. It's changed over the years. It didn't used to have a beer garden or music, but now it does. It's still some of the fun games, and you can gamble a little, you can have fun, you can play blackjack, you can do all those things you can do at a festival. And it's really good. I missed a show that I really wish I could have been at, and that's Uncle Rico, Dat Band, and Party Punch at Austin Landing, which is 5 minutes from my house. I did not get there to see that show. I would have loved to have seen that show. I apologize to my friends who may have been offended that I did not show up for that. But you can't be everywhere. I really did think I was going to make it back to Austin Landing, but our reunions ran long both nights, which, when you haven't seen people, some of them since you graduated from high school, you spend some time and you chat and you have fun and you catch up. And it was so much fun. And we had a really good time. First night, Friday night, we went to a place called Macintosh Pub and Grub. It's at the corner of Main and Franklin in Bellbrook. And I grew up in Bellbrook, and I was the fire chief there for many years. And so I know the town well, and I know the people well. And I ran into so many folks I knew, not just members of our graduating class, but so many people that I hadn't seen in a long time. So it was a great reunion for us. After Macintosh's, and I will say, if you've never been to Macintosh's, go get the pizza. The pizza is off the chain good at Macintosh's Pub in Bellbrook. It is. So go try it. And they've been in this business a long time there. I was going there when I lived there years ago. So it's been there a long time. And there's a reason they're still in business. It's because their food quality is great. Staff is great. And we just had a good time. The folks who showed up for and this was kind of an impromptu reunion. Nobody put it together, and everybody realized we were having this milestone, and we'll have one again in 5 years. But it was one of those that we threw it, together, and we didn't have a lot of people there because it's hard when you've been gone that long out of high school is to gather everybody's information and get them together. So that being said, when we left there, we took a little trip over to the Bellbrook Lions Club Summerfest. And Kara says it was amazing. Chris Reese killed Lose Control and lots of other songs. Brandon and Party Punch were on fire. Did you see Uncle Rico at all, Kara? I don't know. Maybe not. Jason Roy, your ears ought to be burning, damn it. Yes. Yeah, I know. Because our deadline is Thursday at noon. And if it's booked last second, I get it. And Kara did not see Uncle Rico. Uncle Rico's a great band too. So that was a good party at Austin Landing. Hope they had a great crowd. And again, I'm sorry I missed it to my friends, especially Chris Reese and Dat Band, who I certainly don't have play up this way very often. But the reunion trumped it. I'm sorry. But as we motivate on through this on Friday night, got over to the Lions Club Fest, and our friends from Stranger were on the stage. And now I will tell you that Stranger played a milestone birthday party for me once. That was a surprise party with a whole lot of my friends and everybody there. And they have been friends for over 30 years, many of them. And I love Stranger. If you know Jeff Stevens from Mix 1077, he's a good friend. And Jeff and the band, Matt Smith on guitar, just amazing. Just Brian Elias playing keyboards and guitar. Bruce Corbellotti on bass. And our friend Rob Hoding is not with them right now. He's experiencing some medical issues. And they had Kobe Utterback filling in. And Colby did a great job. And wonderful job of filling in as a drummer. And the band had the people feeding out of their hand. I mean, they had a blast. It's a trip through the 80s. If you like 80s music, they take you through it all. It's like watching MTV back in the day. And Stranger is one hell of a party. And they've been doing it over 30 years. So they got it down. If you've been to the Time Warp Prom, you've seen them play that. Or if you've been to a Stranger show, raise your hand out there. Because I know Stranger is just a fantastic local band full of a party energy that keeps people happening on the dance floor. And Patricia wishes all her favorite bands will hang out at her house and play shift. Yeah, wouldn't it be nice or to be able to clone yourself so you can go see all of them? But yeah, nobody wants me to clone myself, but you know what I'm saying. Hi, Steve. Desolate in the house. How are you? If you're out there, guys, please say hi. Love to hear from you. Love to hear from you. So, Stranger. one of the highlights of the night was this little young lady, and I cannot remember her name, who got up there on the stage, and they played Loverboy's Working for the Weekend. And you know how the cowbell hits the 3 cowbell hits before the song starts. And Jeff coached her a little bit and did a little bit of a fun thing with her, and she kicked off that song, and she was so cute. And then she's out there with Matt Smith in the audience. Matt goes mobile with a cabled guitar. He's like got a cable that's 400 feet long. I don't know why he doesn't wireless, but yeah, he's out there in the audience. She's singing and playing with him. It was just a great party. And the Bellbrook Lions Carnival festival is like none other. I mean, it's one of those hometown fests where everybody comes back and you get to see a lot of people, you know, and it's expanded over the years. They have great food, and we got a chance to hang out with them there for a bit. And Stranger did not disappoint. They never disappoint. And Kaylee was there. She said Stranger had her birthday there that night. Yes, I know. I saw him announce your birthday. Give you a big shout out. Hi, Tom. How are you? What's going on, man? What's going on with Timestamp World? Anything? Dave Worthington said, worked the fest for 40 years and he's 54. Does that tell you anything, people? Yeah. It's a wonderful event. And thank you to Stranger for making our night on Friday night. And really, I knew they were over there, but I thought, well, we'll go for a few minutes and then we'll head home because, you know, it'd been a long evening over at the other place. No, we stayed. We did. Got to run into Tony and Deb Smith and, of course, Matt Smith and his lady, Ashley, who her hair was on point. I'll say that out loud. We always joke about that. But just a lot of good people and a lot of fun with Stranger. So thank you for that. Now let me kick it up to our Saturday night. And again, if you saw somebody play over the weekend you want to give a shout out to, please drop it in the comments and let us know. We'd love to hear from you on this Monday weekend update because that's what it's for. We had we had about 100 people or so drop it in the comments on our post. So if you haven't done so, you can go there and shout out the venue and tag the venue as well. We always like that when you do that. And then on Saturday night, we had night 2 of our reunion in Bellbrook. And this is like a family. You want me to show you the slideshow too? But like the family talk at Bellbrook Brewing Company. Now, this building used to be the Township Hall. Back when I worked there and was in local government, we had meetings there. The township trustees had their meetings there and the township offices were there. That's since moved to much bigger and better places, but this building was built a long time ago. It's an older building. It's been redone several times. And let me tell you, the Bellbrook Brewing Company has taken this building and done wonderful things with it. Our little area, yes, and Dave said it was an opera house in the 1800s. Yes, it's an old building. And our little area was in the back area where they brew the beer and all that. We had our own private area. It's a big garage door. We sat in there and enjoyed each other's company and talked about our old class and some of the shenanigans that went on in high school and the changes over the years in Bellbrook, and just had a ball. And then everybody kind of migrated from there after several of these wonderful adult beverages that the brewing company makes. And I will tell you, they were very good. If you haven't been there, it's worth the stop. The staff was super nice too. I got to say that they went out of their way to be super nice to all of us and just made our little reunion, our little impromptu reunion thing of smashing success. And I want to give a shout out to classmate, Mr. Mark Walker. If you're listening, Mark, or if you watch later, thank you for putting that together. He lives in Miami, Florida area. So he kind of put it all together from down there. And we're all talking about trying to help him with the next one and make it work. And maybe even taking a big cruise for our next one with everybody together. So we're looking at having some fun. But we popped over then afterwards to the Lions Fest again. I thought Friday night was a big crowd. Saturday night, this place, they were hanging off the rafters, man. The outside, it was nuts. It was so busy. The big barn room that they have is where they have all the games and such, and then games all around the grounds at this old elementary school there in Bellbrook. Rides for the kids, chicken dinner, all the other stuff that goes on. there at the festival. But we stepped in to one hell of a country party. I'm going to tell you this. This country party that was going on that night, and I was looking around, I was thinking, there's a lot of people here dressed in boots and shorts, and the girls wearing the Daisy Dukes and the boots and all those things. It was quite a show, and cowboy hats everywhere. Well, Britches Down was playing. It's my second time to see him. And hello, Camilla. How are you? So good to see you. Britches Down. Great country band. I got to say it. Full house. Had a little power issue going on with they use some subwoofers that like NASA has to power. They're so big. But Britches Down knows how to party. Let me tell you, it was full-blown country party. Like I said on the post, that people were dancing, knee slapping, and singing along to every word of every song they were playing. And just an amazing night there. And I mentioned in the last time I talked about them, some of the songs they do, but I want to throw some in there. They kill Lost Cause by Jelly Roll. They do Fleetwood Mac. They do Old Town Road. Better Dig 2 by the band Perry. 9 to 5. Little White Church. Country Girls Shake It. Just a ton of songs that are all party songs in the country world. And it was going on, man. There was an event going on down the road too, a fundraising event where they shot fireworks off during the band play. It was crazy good, and just had a great time. And what is this? Johnny says, any bands looking for a lead singer, holler. Okay, there you go. Holler, holla, holla. So one thing I like about Britches Down, besides the fact that they can sing and play and entertain a crowd, is their interaction with their audience. They when they're on a break, they get off the stage. And I got to thank, I was inside at the gambling area for a while. Mrs. Hall around town was playing blackjack. And I don't do well at blackjack, so she was playing. And then I went over and played this little wheel game or something we were having fun with. And Carlos came over and spent some time. He saw that I was in there taking pictures earlier, and he found me, and we were talking. He's such a super guy. And then, several other band members, of course, came over. Tina came in, and they're just nice people. And thank you for being nice people. And thank you for recognizing that we're there to try to help promote local music. And that really wasn't my gig that night. I mean, I wasn't out to do that, but I want to make sure if you haven't followed Britches Down, please do. Don't get caught with your britches down, people. Like their page. Do it. Do it. And Jerry Nimmersheim will tell you it's one of his favorite bands too. Hi, Jerry. How are you, buddy? So that was our weekend. And man, I was, after Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, I took Sunday off. I really would have loved to have been at Club Trio to see Sweet Sister Mercy. Would have loved to have been at Diggs to see Kevin Cooper and Chelsea Calloway sing. Just can't get everywhere. Not as young as I used to be. We all realized that as we parked our walkers, as we came into our class reunion, we parked our walkers together. Some people had mirrors on them and honking horns, and yeah, we're just joking, but we're all pretty old. We are. We're pretty old people, but you're only as old as you feel, right? I guess. So anybody else see anybody over the weekend wants to give them a shout out? Because I'm about out of time here, but love to do that. And Sean Cooper, he's jumping in there. Saw David Thornton at Heather's Saturday afternoon and Crying Out Loud that evening at the Green. Both were awesome. Thank you, Mr. Cooper. I had a Sean Cooper sighting today. I did. I love David Thornton. He's another one that, I'd love to go see all the time. And I saw Crying Out Loud just last weekend at Heather's on the patio. It was fantastic. And there's Johnny getting another shameless plug in. Yes. Another shameless plug. So there's, if you need a vocalist, talk to Johnny. And yeah, I know I missed that great show at Ludlow with Johnny and Gina on Sunday as well. And there's another one. I love the Ludlow Garage to see somebody play there. It's just a great venue. It is. It is. And yes, I did watch the Willie Phoenix video, Dewey. Man. Yeah, just another one. How many more could be on the list? You know, could we figure this out? Maybe we could stagger them, start them at 10 a.m. in the morning and take them all the way to 2 a.m. and we can see all of them. I don't know if I'd last that long, but yes, what a great weekend of live local music. Yes. Eli Young Band, yes, was at JD's, and we had a lot of people we know playing out this weekend. And I want to remind you that if you have a band or a musical act and you'd like to be featured on our Thursday Who's Playing Out segment to talk about your gigs and where you're playing, we have a deadline of noon on Thursday. So please send us a direct message. If you'd like, if you play weekly, I'll get you involved in one of our gig groups where we actually call for the gigs on Sunday, and then by Thursday they're all in. And we copy and paste that into a teleprompter program so we can do our Thursday show. But if you're only play once a month or something like that, then all you have to do is send us a direct message of where you're playing, what venue it is, basically, then what time, what day, and any details on the event. But please do not send us pictures or event links. I cannot copy them into the prompter, and I don't have time to retype it. So please just send us a nice little text that says, what do we got here? Steve Lutz says, shout out to Brianna Vermillion, Bellbrook Junior Varsity, very talented singer who sang Saturday night at the festival. Thank you, Steve. I did not know her name. That's awesome. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So yeah, just ship me a direct message and we'll see what we can do to either get you into one of our gig groups or we will just take them by DM each week. And the deadline is noon on Thursday. Please keep it in mind because we have a big list to put together to do it by 5 o'clock. It's also printed online digitally on the Warren County Post, which we share to our page as well. So a reminder, Tuesday, Hot Topic Tuesday, what will the topic be tomorrow? You got any? Send it to us. Last week, it got crazy. We were talking about, I'll leave it at that. You can go watch it. It got really crazy. And then that'll go on tomorrow live at 5. And then Wednesday with the band at noon on Wednesday. And Thursday, Who's Playing Out? Brought to you by our friends at Heather's in Springboro. And that comes to you every Thursday at 5 p.m. So I want to thank you for tuning in today, guys. You've been a great audience as always and great interactive audience, which we love. And I can't thank you enough for the 16,000 plays on last week's show. That is just amazing. It's only because of you and your shares. And the more you share, the more people we get on, and we're trying to get that goal of 10,000 followers on the page. We'd love to have it. Thank you, Stephanie. You and Missy or Melissa are amazing together. And Stephanie also sings in White Knuckle Weekend, by the way. And just does a remarkable job. She does. Tomorrow's Sammy Hagar. Yes. Yes. Well, Hot Topic Tuesday gets trumped by Sammy Hagar. If I had Sammy Hagar, we wouldn't even be doing a Hot Topic Tuesday. We wouldn't. Thank you, Melissa. I'm glad we found you Thursday night. It's always great. We got a great picture together, too. I think that picture was wonderful. So thank you for that as well. And we're going to get on out of here, guys. I'll catch you tomorrow at 5 o'clock with my co-host with the most, Karis. We're going to join you then to have a little bit of fun and joy and judgment being spread your way right here at All Around Town Radio. Until then, if you're taking the night off, take the night off on a Monday, but let's get out and support live local music this week and the bands and venues that bring it to you. We'll see you next time. I'm Scott, your host. Bye-bye.
Working for the weekend, then I wanna see a show. I flip on the book of face. Yeah, I know where to go. There's a man over there into the music scene, showing lots of love for the community with great advice. I know who I should go see. So All Around Town Radio Show. town radio show. The hot around town radio.